Hello guys, welcome to a new video. This week we are going to see an important topic as a review. But first, our value for I guess that is self-esteem. Okay, self-esteem is an important to our well-being as like are to a table, and it's essential for our physical and mental health and for happiness. So you are special. You have to build your positive self-esteem. Okay. So this week we are going to review the topic angles, okay, for math class. And what is an angle? An angle is formed when two rays are joined together at a common point, okay? The common point here is called node or vectors, and the two rays are called arms of the angle. And the angle is represented by the symbol, okay, this one. And the angle is usually measured in degrees using a protractor, okay? Degrees like 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, or 180 degrees show different angles here. The type of angles are based on the values of angles in degrees. So an angle is a form or geometrical shape that is constructed by joining two rays that each other at their endpoints. And the angle can also be represented by three letters, okay, of the shape and that define the angle, with the middle letter being where the angle actually is vertex. So this is a type of angles, and we have acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, reflex angle, and full rotation angle. So the first one, acute angle is like between 0 degrees to 90 degrees. Okay, this is an example of acute angle. Then we have obtuse angle that it lies between 90 degrees to 180 degrees. And this is an example of obtuse angle. Then right angle, the angle which is exactly equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and this is how right angle looks. Okay, straight angle, the angle which is exactly equal to 180 degrees. Okay, this is an example of a straight angle. Then we have reflex angle, that is the angle which is greater than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. Okay, and this is an example of reflex angle. And full rotation angles, the complete rotation of angle equal to 360 degrees. Okay, so degree of an angle is represented by degrees, and it most likely comes from Babylonians who used a base 60, sexagesimal number system. Okay, so we are going to see some examples. Here we have a table, okay, with the type of angles and their description. As you remember, acute angle is when is less than 90 degrees. Obtuse angle is when the angle is greater than 90 degrees. Right angle equals to 90 degrees. Straight angle exactly 180 degrees. Reflex angle is when is greater than 180 degrees. And full rotation or complete angle equals to 360 degrees. So this is an example of angles, okay? The degrees from these angles is 90 degrees. That means this is a right angle because right angles is exactly an angle with 90 degrees. So the second example, we have an angle with 45 degrees. 45. So you have to see the descriptions, and 45 is less than 90 degrees. So that means this angle is acute, okay? And then we have to measure following angles with a protector, okay? And the first one, let me choose. Okay, the first one said 20 degrees. Okay, so we have to make our vertex first here. Then we have to make our first ray. Okay, this is our first ray. And then we have 20 degrees. 20 degrees, we have to look here. 20. So our second ray will be like this, okay? And this is an angle with 20 degrees. It does mean is acute angle, okay? Okay, we are going to make the second one, but first I'm going to erase. Okay, the second one said 85 degrees. So first we have to make our vertex and then our first ray. Now we have to see 85 degrees. So 85, 8, we have 80 here, but we need 5 more. So that means it's in the middle from 80 and 90, okay? So our second ray will be like this. We have to make the second ray. And this is an angle with 85 degrees, okay? Now we are going to make the second one, the third one, sorry. Okay. So the third one said 90 degrees, exactly 90 degrees. So we are going to make again our vertex, our first ray, and then we have to look for 90. 90 is in the middle of the protractor, so we have to make our second ray, and this is an angle with 90 degrees. What type of angle is right angle, okay? Because it's exactly 90 degrees. And the last one is with 130 degrees. So again, our vertex, our first ray, and then we have to look for 130. So 100, 100, 110, 120, 130. Okay, so our ray will be like this. And this is an angle with 130 degrees. And this is how we can measure angles, okay, with protractor. Then we are going to continue with more samples. Then we have to make an angle with 35 degrees. So what we have to do, we have to make a vertex with the first ray, and then we have to look for 35. 35 is in the middle from 30 and 40, okay? 35. So we have to make our second ray, and this is an angle with 35 degrees. Okay, so the second one, first let me raise. The second one said 110. Okay, so again, our vertex, our first ray, okay, and then 110. If you see, we have 110 here. So we are going to make our ray like this. And this is an angle with 110 degrees, okay? The third one said 40 degrees, okay? So it's easy. We have to make our vertex, like always, then our ray, and 40. We have to look for 40. So if you see, we have 10, 20, 30, 40. So our second ray will be like this direction, 40. And this is an angle with 40 degrees, okay? And the last one, we have to make an angle with 170 degrees, okay? So as always, our vertex in the middle of the protractor, our first ray, and then we have to look for 170. So if you see, we have 100, 110, 120, 130, 40, 150, 160, 170, okay? So if you see, we have to make our second ray to the 170. And this is how we can make this angle with 170 degrees, okay? So we finished. Happy week. God bless you.